What's up, you guys? What's really good? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey Apodaca if you've never been here before, but if you have, hi girl. I don't really know if this is going on my main channel or if this is going on my Stacey Detox channel. Regardless, you should definitely subscribe to both. Also, you guys, I'm wearing this like shirt I got at Ross that has like pearls on it, and it has shoulder pads. Hello, 80s, are you there? I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel a little bit weird, but hopefully we can make it work and I don't look totally hideous. But regardless of that, I do want to preface this video by saying that all of the things that I'm about to mention are things that I have personally actually gone into debt for. So I am not telling you from a judging point of view. I'm actually telling you from a caring and loving point of view. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. Learn from my mistakes, and hopefully you can take the easy route to success, because you don't have to make these stops and you don't have to pay for these things unless you actually have money to do so. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you what to do with your money, what to do with your life, but this is my channel and these are the things that I don't think you should be going into debt for. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. First thing you should definitely not go into debt for is plastic surgery. Now, you guys know I am a big advocate for doing whatever you want when it comes to plastic surgery. You want a BBL, go ahead. You want to get your boobies done, go ahead. You want an eye lift, Botox, and lip filler, go ahead. Your body is yours and you can do whatever you want with it. Personally, I have gotten a couple of things done. As you guys know, I have a whole bunch of videos on my channel about my 2 nose jobs, about Botox, about lip filler, about all the different things that I've done. But I don't recommend using credit or using your last penny on plastic surgery, and let me tell you why. A lot of times plastic surgery is used as a quick fix-it method to try and make yourself happier. If you don't like the way you look, you may go into surgery thinking, if I just change my nose, I'll be happy. If I just have bigger boobs, I'll be happy. If I just have a smaller waist and a bigger butt, I'll be happy. Let me tell you right now, that is definitely not the answer. And if you use credit, or if you use your last pennies trying to find happiness by the way that you look, not only are you gonna be unhappy, but you're also gonna be broke. I actually personally got my boobs done in credit. I don't really know why I did that. Like, I didn't have, it cost me $4,000 to do my boobs probably 5-6 years ago, and I really thought like, oh my god, it's gonna be easy to pay. My payments are only like 86 bucks a month for like 2 years, which once you have your boobs, you don't want to keep paying for them because they just feel natural to you. And I ended up paying that debt like faster than I was supposed to, but it was definitely always in the back of my mind like, hey, you have to pay for this, you have to pay for this. To me now, if I can afford it, I won't get it. And all the other plastic surgery I've ever gotten since, like my nose jobs and filler and Botox, I always do it with my debit card or cash. I won't use credit for that anymore, and I strongly suggest that you don't, because it could be something that becomes addictive very easily, and if you don't have the money to supply that, you can go down the rabbit hole real fast. Second thing that I don't suggest you spend your money on is luxury items. Another thing that I personally love, I am a bag collector. I have a couple of bags myself that are pretty penny. I love luxury. It makes me feel expensive. It makes me feel rich. It makes me feel like I belong. It makes me feel good on the inside. But I will never ever use a credit card or my last pennies to buy anything, you guys. Back when I was younger, I was a lot less careful with my spending, especially with my credit. Luxury items is something that I thought, oh, I could just get it and then pay it off later on in the year or in a couple of years or whatever. But when you think about it, when you want to buy something like a luxury item, a lot of the want that comes from it is before you have the item. Once you have the purse, once you have the earrings, once you have the necklace, once you have the ring, it is no longer as special as before you had it. So before you buy it, you may think to yourself, oh my god, I'm gonna work super hard and I'm gonna make sure that I pay this purse off as fast as I possibly can. But when you think about it, let's say you get a $2,000 purse with credit and you're working and you're only getting paid $500 a week or every 2 weeks. You have to put a big amount of that paycheck to pay for a purse that you already own. It's not motivational, it's not smart, it's not something that you should be doing. Buying things to look like you can afford them when you really can't afford them is really not the smartest thing to do. I understand that it feels really nice, but going into debt for a purse, going into debt for a ring, for earrings, for a shirt, for a certain brand, just so that people can think you're cool, is 100% not worth it, and something I definitely don't recommend. Personally, for me, when it comes to my bags, my first bag, and a lot of other things, I actually saved the money to get them, and if I can afford them with cash or my debit card, I won't get them. No matter how much I want them, because trust me, I want financial freedom and I want financial comfort a lot more than I want a bag. The third thing I don't think you should be spending your last pennies or your credit on is, drum roll please, a man. Now I know I have like 2 guys that are watching this video right now and you're like, what? What do you mean? And this is what I mean. I know I'm going to extremes, but let's say dating a man who doesn't have a car and he's like, hey, I'm gonna go drop you off at work and I'm gonna take your car to run some errands and then I'll come pick you up. Please don't do it. It's not smart. It's silly. You shouldn't be doing it. And yes, I'm sure there's a girl out there who's like, my husband does this and that for me when he takes, girl, we're not talking about you. You're the exception, you're not the rule. The majority of the times, if you are putting gas in your own car, paying for the car, paying for the insurance, and you're allowing a man to drive it, it's probably not the best relationship. And notice how I'm saying probably. If you are allowing a man to live in your house rent-free and you're not married to him, you're not even engaged to him, and he just lives with you because times are tough for him right now, because he doesn't have a job right now, because X, Y, and Z. You are busting your butt off to work, paying your rent, paying your mortgage, paying for whatever you're paying, for the light, the internet, whatever, and this man is just laying in your house without contributing for anything. That is silly. Don't spend your last penny. Don't spend your credit card. Don't spend your money supplying for somebody who is not doing the same for you. Now, I know I'm gonna get the comments that are like, well, that's a double standard. I am not talking about the men that are supplying for their wife, because that is their wife, and a lot of times the wife will have his children, will cook for him, will clean for him, and a lot of times partners have an agreement. If you have an agreement with your husband, with your boyfriend, with your partner, whatever, and you just want to provide for him and you want to spend all your money on him, that's on you. You're not the case that I'm talking about. I'm talking to the girls who have a boyfriend, who are talking to a guy who don't really have any set agreement, and all of a sudden you got a man living in your house or spending the night every night, and all of a sudden he has a key to your place and he pays no rent, and you're just like, wait, how did we go from dating and now you're living here without paying a penny? It's not smart. Don't do it. The fourth thing you should never spend money you don't have on is vacation. We live in a time where a lot of people like to flex on Instagram, where we like to show others what we're doing. We like to show people we're in Cancun taking shots. We like to show people that we're living a lavish lifestyle. And a lot of times that may not be the case. If you can afford to go on vacation, it is not the smartest thing to use your last penny or credit to go on vacation. Again, I'm not saying it from a judgmental point of view, but you guys, vacations are expensive. When you go even to Cancun, when you go even to Ensenada, even to Mexico, that's like right next to California, you're gonna spend a lot of money. And of course, you can make vacation be affordable. You can probably go to Mexico for less than $500, which is fine. But if you only have $500 to your name, it is not the smartest thing to spend them on vacation. It's best to get your things aligned, to pay all your bills, to get yourself some clothes for your job, to get things that are necessary before you're trying to flex for other people. Other people truly don't care that much about what you're doing, and you posting a picture in Cancun and Rosarito and Puerto Vallarta and all those places in order to feel good about yourself, it's only seeking outside validation. If you're having to go above your means to impress other people, those are not people that are worth being in your life. And the last thing I'm gonna say that is silly to spend your money on, if you don't have it, is tying on to the last point, paying or trying to impress others. If you go out to dinner and let's say you think to yourself, okay, cool, like I can probably get a salad and I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I stay below my means, my $25 budget. And then let's say everybody's like, hey, how about we split it even? And it's a $500 bill. And all of a sudden you're like, everybody had steak and like 3 drinks and I literally drank water and salad because I knew I couldn't afford it. There is a way to go about this. Of course, you're not gonna get up and be like, wait, you had 3 drinks and you had the steak and you had the mashed potatoes. Of course not. But you can simply say, hey, here is the $20 for my tip and my salad, and you know, I could be excluded from the rest. Or even worse, let's say you have a credit card and you're trying to show off and you're like, hey everybody, don't worry, I got it, I'm the big baller, shots on everybody, let's get a drink for everyone, we're good, like I got you, knowing damn well that you have to transfer money from your savings to your checkings. Not worth it, girl. A lot of the time, the people who are truly your friends are gonna see, hey, she's struggling, or you know, you could be open and be like, hey, I'm actually gonna miss out on dinner because I'm not really financially fit right now. Good friends will say, hey, don't worry, we understand, or oh, come over, like it's fine, like we got you, or whatever. But if you have to show off in front of those people and you have to pretend to live a lifestyle that you don't actually have to feel welcome or to feel like you fit in with these people, these are not people worth fitting in with. A true friend will be there for you en las buenas y en las malas. And that means when you're living your lavish lifestyle and when you're a little tighter on money. Trying to pay for people to show off like you got it and being like, oh no, don't worry about it. Trying to pay for a group of people with your credit card just because you want to show off, it's not financially smart to do. Money is a complicated subject, and I think a lot of times we get uncomfortable talking about it because we weren't really taught, or we didn't really grew up talking about these boundaries that we have to have with ourselves and money. We have been taught that the more money you have, the more worth of praise, love, and positivity that you are worth. And that is completely false. You should be treated as a good human being regardless if you have millions of dollars or if you have absolutely no money at all. You buying luxury items, going on vacation, and paying for people to try and get people to accept you or love you is something that you have to deal with in yourself, because that is not normal and it's not the way to get validation. You deserve love, respect, admiration, and friends, even if you have no money in the bank, and even if you don't pay for everybody when you go out, and even if you don't go on vacation, and even if you don't have any luxury items. Those people that have all of those things, it's great for them, but you are not less than because you don't have them. I have always felt like I wanted those things, and I've worked really, really hard in order to afford them. And I always looked up to the people that had those things, but I always knew, even when I had nothing, that it didn't make me different just because they had more than I did. We are all equal, and at the end of the day, the people who really matter don't really care if you have a Gucci bag. They don't really care if you're going to vacation on Paris. They don't really care about the things that are material. I truly hope this video is helpful for somebody, and I really, really hope that if you're feeling like you have to show off or you have to have certain things in order to be happy, in order to be loved, in order to have friends, or in order to have a girlfriend, I hope you know that you are worthy just the way that you are, and you don't have to pay anybody to be in your life, and you don't have to have certain things to have somebody be in your life. You deserve love, respect, and adequacy regardless of where you are and where you stand financially. I hope, pray, and wish that you guys are on your way to financial freedom, and that this video was helpful and maybe put some things on perspective for you. If you guys have any questions, I would love to read you down in the comments below. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you as a part of our little family in this channel. Me llamo Stacy Diaz Apodaca. Quiérete mucho, respétate más, and I'll see you guys at the next video.